What's going on, guys? This is Mr. Let's a brand new video. Welcome to my Walking Dead Season 10 trailer breakdown. Without further ado, let's hop right into the trailer. The trailer starts with waves hitting the shore as we see a walker walking through the ocean with an anchor right through him. Then we see Michonne and some others riding a horse through an open field. Then we see Alpha and her whisperers walking through an open field during the night, which possibly they're going to meet Michonne and the others. Then we see Michonne and Daryl walking up to the pikes also at night to meet Alpha and her whisperers. Then we see Alpha talking to most likely Daryl and Michonne as she says, "We are always watching," insinuating that she might have saw them all going through the border during the season 9 finale. Then we see some people in Alexandria making fun of the whisperers and creating some propaganda and everything, creating some also controversy inside the community, and we also see our possible first shot of Dante, though I'm not 100% sure since we see a lot of people that might look like him and everything, or just might be him in this trailer. Then we see Michonne from a watchtower looking down on them, and then we get a shot of some whisperers walking through the woods. Then we see Negan in his cell talking to someone, which I assume it's Daryl since we see them further into the trailer. Then we see probably the craziest shot of the trailer, at least something that aims to the next season. Then we see Eugene running over to a radio and everything, aka meaning he must have saw or at least heard a voice. Then we see Rosita crying for some reason, I'm not 100% sure or anything, with her baby in her hand. Then we see get a shot of modern day Luke and everything walking around, looking around with his new badass weapon. Then we get to see Judith holding a whisperer's mask like we saw in the teaser that we got a couple days ago or whatever, looking really scared. Then we see Kayla in a room, in a dark room actually, and she looks really scared and paranoid, and as you can see there's someone in the background or anything, it looks like someone's looking through the background looking at her. And we see Sadiq kind of having a bit of a trip and everything, most likely having and experiencing a PTSD episode, and because they said we would be seeing that a lot in the season. Then we see him getting dunked into water and anything, which I was really confused to see. Then we see Michonne and Aaron talking and walking throughout the Alexandria and everything, saying that there is something that could possibly drive them apart, meaning a lot of the propaganda. And we see around Alexandria a lot of whisper propaganda being spray painted and painted around during the night, anything by people in hoods or anything, saying silence the whisperers. Then we see Alden looking very weirdly at something, and then we pop outside to see Lydia training with a kingdom stick, clearly angry and completely frustrated. Then we see Rosita and Steak walking in the streets of Alexandria, with Rosita looking very angry. Then we see Negan out in the garden confirming he's free, or at least somewhat free and anything, talking to Lydia or Judith, I think. I can't tell because with the red shirt, and we saw Lydia with the red shirt earlier. Then we see Daryl and Lydia walking down the streets, and with Lydia with her stick in a holster behind her, which looks really cool. Then we see Daryl talking to Negan while he's in his cell, while Daryl says, "We have never been in a room face to face with no one to save your ass," showing Daryl is not really fond of Negan yet and everything because they're having a very intense conversation, but Negan's still kind of smiling a little bit. Then we get a shot of Daryl punching someone, which I'm not 100% sure who it is. It looked like Aaron at first, but I doubt it is. Then we see Michonne walking past the gate while Gabriel is behind it and everything, until we cut to Aaron sitting in his house with his daughter, I think Gracie. Then we see Sadiq with his baby, and then we cut to Daryl and Connie actually together and everything, showing that they're kind of defining a bit of a relationship that they're going to have this season, because it has to happen right then, because in this shot they look completely happy and everything, with dog in between them and everything, all riding to each other. Then we see Michonne riding a horse into Oceanside with some other people. Then we see Negan with blood on his face in the dark until we cut to someone lying on the floor and everything, possibly Negan is on top of this guy or near him and everything, about to kill him, but I'm not 100% sure if it's Negan or whatever, because it could be anybody, but most likely Negan and everything, since the shot seems so close together and lighting and everything. Then we see Negan outside his cell joking around with Father Gabriel, until Gabriel turns around to Aaron and says, you need fighters and he can fight and everything. Peanut butter and jelly and peanut butter meet each other and everything, and all this funny dialogue, until Gabriel walks away and Negan basically comments Aaron on his new arm and everything, and his new attachment to his new arm or whatever, basically saying oh, putting use to his stub and everything, kind of joking around and everything. Aaron looking very, I guess you could say, angrily at him or some, I don't even know how what that face is. Then we see Rosita killing some walkers or maybe some whispers, until we see another savior in the woods also killing some walkers, and then we see Judith killing some walkers or anything, all probably most likely in the same time zone. Then we see Magna also killing some walkers, until we see Alden also killing tons of walkers and everything, including Daryl throwing spears at something. Then we see Michonne getting off her horse with her sword running, until we see, I think, Rosita punching a punching bag, until we cut to Carol talking the witch to someone. Then we see a whisperer talking and everything. I'm not sure if Carol's talking to this whisperer or if this is someone else talking to a whisperer. I'm not 100% sure. Then we cut to Beta and some whisperers roaming in a field, until we cut to Michonne and Judith also standing by the ocean. Then we see Daryl talking to someone in the woods, most likely Carol from that other scene. Then we see a group marching on the beach with shields at the front and archers in the back. Then we see Carol crying in the woods until she's hugged and everything by Daryl and everything. I'm not sure when this is, but it looks like after some very tough moments. Then we get to see Aaron leading an army out of Alexandria, until we cut to our first shot of Ezekiel and Jerry fighting some walkers on a boat. Then we see the army of people leaning down, and then we get to see their badass shields, which they look really really freaking cool. Then we get to see like Gabriel looking into Negan's cell with a worried and scared look on his face, which is really weird because I'm trying to wonder what's happening in this scene. Then we cut to a full shot of Daryl and Carol talking in the woods, I think confirming that, you know, it was both of them talking to each other. Then we see Carol and Daryl riding a horse or a motorcycle in the woods. Then we cut to a more revealing shot of the trailer with, you know, like a very revealing shot of Michonne, or like it really looks like Michonne or anything, riding a boat away from the beach, confirming that this moment right here is when she leaves, like her like leaving on a boat. Then we see a group like with Connie and everything pulling fish from, you know, the ocean or anything like Michonne did in the comics but on a boat. Then we cut to like Luke and the kid Kelly hugging and everything until we cut to some quick shots of Ezekiel pulling a boat in from the docks, which is possibly going to be a fishing boat or another boat that like Michonne might leave on. Again, I'm not 100% sure. Then we see Judith and RJ and I think Jerry's daughter with Jerry running on the beach with dog. Then we see Michonne, Judith, and RJ all hugging and everything, which this is possibly her saying goodbye to her children, that she's gonna go find Rick or going away somewhere. Then we cut to Gabriel and Rosita by a fire and everything until we cut to a fucking absolutely crazy shot and everything with woods, like the woods on fire and everything, with most likely a medic giving a wounded individual some water. Then we see Daryl giving someone that's like crying and everything, I'm not sure 100% sure who it is or anything, but with a like someone who's crying anything, a hug, until we cut to a funny shot of Eugene tending to his child with big quotes. Then we cut to Magma and Yumika having a moment alone or anything until we show Judith giving Luke something, I'm pretty sure it's bullets. Then we see Daryl, Connie, and Aaron and some others walking in the woods and everything, showing more like Daryl and Connie moments, I think like Daryl like nudging her shoulder or whatever. Then we see Michonne hugging Judith in the dark until we cut to a fucking absolutely amazing kind of sad shot or anything with Michonne, not Michonne but Carol standing in front of Henry's pike. Then we see a massive moment of Michonne kissing Ezekiel. Then we cut back to Carol and Daryl at the pikes at night and everything, and then we cut to Magma talking to a quick moving group at night, saying if we're caught on their side of the border and that's it, that's war, which was like a very cool like delivery of dialogue and everything in that scene. Then we cut to Carol and Daryl doing the unthinkable and crossing the borders alone into the Whispers side of the borders. Then we see Michonne slowly putting her katana down as Alpha and a bunch of Whispers surround her with guns. Then we cut to Carol, Daryl, Connie, and a bunch of others standing face to face with Alpha at the border at night. Then Alpha says on the other side of the border, then you'll all have to be punished, which was like absolutely sent chills and everything down my spine and everything, meaning someone might die possibly in that scene. Then we cut to Carol talking to someone, I think Daryl or whatever, Daryl or someone or anything, with her signature badass voice saying the bitch has to die, meaning Alpha. Until we cut to some fast shots of people walking to the woods, and then we see Judith with a group of people again marching on the beach. Until we see Daryl and I think Connie or someone running through the woods or anything, possibly with Carol or whatever. Until we cut to another really fucking cool shot of Alpha running through the woods. Then we see Carol and others pointing bows at someone, like I'm not sure who or whatever, until we cut to a shot of Eugene, like kind of a slower moment in the trailer, I think Eugene and Rosita having kind of a funny moment with like, you know, like Rosita basically saying you're clearly tired, back off or anything, and Eugene going like basically panting, going I could do this, until he and others stab walkers I think over like some pikes and everything. Then we see Sadiq slicing up some walkers in the woods until we see Aaron and tons of others marching an army on the beach with shields. Then we see Beta running through the field, like the open field that we saw him in earlier with some of his Whispers, until we see Earl killing some walkers with a cool weapon, until we cut back to the beach with Luke walking past the shield with his new weapon, and until we see Carol surrounded by tons and tons of fire. Then we cut to an absolutely fucking insane shot, probably like the scariest shot in the entire trailer, which is a bunch of walkers breaking down the walls to either Alexandria or the hilltop. Another shot of the beach army and everything. Yumiko's like, you know, everything saying you bet. Yumiko with her bow, Alpha basically saying you better run and everything with a spear in her hand or one of the pikes and everything. We see tons of people running from a burning place, and it looks like walls behind them if you really look at it, so this could possibly be Alexandria or the hilltop burning down. Back to the beach, Michonne and Judith killing walkers in the woods at night, and then Michonne killing walkers in the woods surrounded by fire, just like we saw in the teaser that we got a couple of days ago, with some additional shots of her in the woods. Then we see Daryl killing some walkers, also surrounded by fire, with Alden killing some walkers, and Daryl with his sick, absolutely bow that we have not seen in a really long time. Then we see some tons of walkers trying to get into somewhere or at something, until we see Alpha most definitely holding a pike with her sinister smile. Then we get kind of a really funny ending with Carol and Daryl talking in the woods, but this time we can actually hear them, and it's actually really funny. I suggest going to watch it. But is it over? Is it not? nope, it's not fucking over. We absolutely get to see a really cool shot with Michonne pointing Lucille at the screen, insinuating that we probably will get to see like Lucille and everything before Michonne leaves, and that is the trailer's end. So this trailer was absolutely fucking amazing. Like, it had so many cool shots, so many revealing shots and everything. I can't even like digest it all or even speak it. Just know everything in this trailer I thought was absolutely amazing. Tons of funny moments, tons of very intense moments, revealing like lots of cool moments that we'll get to see from the comics. Some really cool confrontation between Michonne, Alpha, and Daryl, Connie moments and everything, and lots of just really cool shots. I'm sorry if I'm stuttering a lot, but this trailer is fucking amazing. Yeah, that was kind of my trailer breakdown and everything. I hope you guys really did enjoy. Also, there was a thing about the Rick Grimes movies and everything that I'll definitely do a video on probably later on today and everything. And yep, that was it. And I'll see you guys later. Make sure to leave your thoughts down below the trailer. And yep, I'll see you guys later. Peace, my amigos, and peace out.